A university sees a way of helping the energy industry. A company is throwing down roughly $30 million to search for natural gas. And two companies are forming an exploration search. All this and more when we come back. Hello and welcome back to EnergyScout News and Information. I'm your host, Reb Byers. Today's segment will focus on independent producers within the energy industry. And in breaking news, as a bulk of the petroleum industry workforce approaches retirement, oil companies find themselves facing a lack of qualified personnel in the future. Now, the University of Houston is helping fill that need with a new petroleum engineering degree, and a couple of oil companies are pitching in to help ensure its success. Marathon Oil Corporation has pledged $600,000, and Devon Energy Corporation will donate $1 million. Now, the new program is expected to roll out in the spring of 2009. And in other news, Chesapeake Energy Corporation will pay $29.5 million to search for natural gas in the Gulf Mountain and Petite Jean River wildlife management areas. Now, its largest mineral rights lease ever in Arkansas, the leases will give Chesapeake access to more than 7,500 acres of Petite Jean River in Yell County and nearly 4,000 acres at Gulf Mountain in Van Buren County. Now, the lease also entitles the Arkansas Game and Fishing Commission to a 20% royalty on any natural gas pumped from any of the sites. Now let's see what else is happening in the energy industry. Companies Grand Tierra Energy and Solana Resources Limited plan to combine to create an exploration and production company with a significantly increased operating scale and balance sheet. Dana Cofield, the President and Chief Executive Officer of Grand Tierra, will continue as the President and Chief Executive Officer of the combined company, while J. Scott Price, President and Chief Executive Officer of Solana, will join the board of directors. Now, the proposed transaction is subjected to regulatory, stock exchange, court, and shareholder approvals. Brigham Exploration Company announced the high-rate completion of its Kharkov 22 Bakken well in Ross area. Now, the well is at an early flow rate of 1,110 barrels of oil per day, bringing Brigham's Williston Basin oil production to an estimated net rate of about 1,500 barrels of oil per day. Now, completion operations are also underway on two wells in the Parshall-Austin area, and Brigham Exploration is preparing to start its first Three Forks test. And now it's down to business, but first, let's take a look at today's leaders and laggards. In oil and gas, crude oil is down 30 cents to $121.89, and natural gas has also fallen just slightly, 19 cents to $8.94, and that's the lowest that we've seen it in the last 3 months. Now it's time to shift gears and take a look at some people on the move. And in strange news today, lightning strikes again. Take a look.
The last time Chris Palmatier delivered mail here, he nearly died. Lightning seemed to come out of nowhere Wednesday afternoon, striking him next to a flagpole.
Just felt a whole warm sensation go all the way up through me, and then I just started tingling.
The bolt of lightning sent him 5 feet into the air and tossed him into an adjacent yard.
It wasn't just a flash, it was the whole boom, crackling, and next thing I know, I'm passing that tree.
Growing up on a farm, Palmatier says he instantly knew what happened. He called paramedics himself and began looking over his body.
I got one bruise on my thigh, and I'm not sure what that's from, but other than that.
He smelled burning rubber and looked down at his shoes, only to find 2 gashes in his heels that weren't there before.
I told you I'd be back.
After a few days off, Palmatier is picking back up his delivery route.
As if dealing with dogs trying to do you in isn't bad enough. In And that's it for today's Energy Headlines. Be sure to check out our website daily for up-to-date rig counts and company information. And remember, if you have any news from around the oil patch, be sure to contact us at EnergyScout.com. Don't forget to join us tomorrow. We will take a look at alternative news within the energy industry. For Energy Scout news and information, I'm your host, Red Byers.